All right, you are not going to believe this. The European Central Bank, the guys who control all the money, just dropped this document. And it is an absolute beast. It's so dense, so complicated, it feels like it was designed to put you to sleep. But here's the secret. Buried inside this thing are the marching orders for our entire economy. And I think I've cracked their code.
I mean, think about that for a second, because that's literally what this is. This isn't just some boring report, it's a battle plan. It's a cryptic blueprint that's going to decide the interest on your mortgage, the price of your groceries, and yeah, whether your job is safe or not. And almost nobody will ever bother to read it.
But I did. Oh yeah, I went full-on financial detective. I drank way too much coffee, my eyes feel like they're gonna fall out from staring at charts, but I read every single page. And what I found, it's not just numbers. It's the story of a hidden war being fought inside our economy, and guess what? Your wallet is trapped right in the middle of the crossfire.
Okay, look, if you want more briefings like this, where we break down the secret language of money and figure out what's really going on, then you need to join this mission. Smash that subscribe button so you don't miss the next intel drop, and let me know in the comments what secret code we should crack next. All right, you ready? Let's get into it.
Okay, so the first clue you find when you break into this thing is that our economy has a full-blown split personality. Seriously, it's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, but for money. You've got one side, the old school, traditional world, and on the other side, you've got the new, shiny, digital frontier. And trust me, they are not friend. So let's give them names. We'll call them the old guard and the new guard. The old guard is everything you can touch and feel, factories, big heavy machinery, the stuff we've built our world on for a century. But the new guard, that's the invisible stuff. It's software, it's the cloud. And the big one? AI. And the battle lines could not be clearer. According to the ECB's own intelligence, the old guard is getting absolutely hammered. I mean, demand is sluggish, costs are through the roof, and they've got global competition just breathing down their necks. Meanwhile, the new guard is launching an all-out digital assault. Demand for their stuff is exploding, and they're just pouring unbelievable amounts of money into AI, building this massive, almost unstoppable advantage. And this chart right here? This is the crime scene. This shows you the euro area's GDP. Look at it. It's basically flatlining. That little blue bar is barely moving an inch. This is exactly what happens when one half of your economy is sprinting into the future, while the other half is stuck, just dragging its feet through mud. The whole system just gets stuck. And this stalemate, this economic trench warfare, it created the perfect cover for the real enemy to launch its attack. Because while everyone was distracted by this internal fight, the real enemy made its move. And I'm not just talking about inflation like you hear on the news. No. The story the ECB tells is way more calculated and a whole lot more personal than that. We all felt prices go crazy, right? But the huge secret hidden deep inside this report is that it wasn't just some random accident. It wasn't a blanket bombing that hit everyone the same way. No, this was a precision-guided, targeted strike. And all the evidence in here points to one primary target. So the big question is, who got hit first and who got hit the hardest? And boom, right here. This is the smoking gun, buried pages deep in a statistical annex that they probably hoped no one would find. This chart shows inflation wasn't one attack. It was a two-phase assault. Just look at that blue line. That's the inflation rate for the bottom half of earners. Back in late 2022, it was way higher than for the top earners. Why? Phase 1 was a direct hit on the basics: food, energy, the stuff that takes up a huge chunk of their budget. Then, once that cooled down, the attack shifted. Phase 2 went after services, travel, restaurants, hitting higher income folks more. It was a calculated 1-2 punch. This two-phase assault just proves that this economic war is being fought on multiple fronts, right? So now that we know who got hit, let's talk about the getaway.
Okay, so we've seen the conflict, we've found the smoking gun, we know exactly who got hit. Now we get to the most important part of this whole mission, the getaway. How do you use this intel to protect your own money?
We have decoded the ECB's plan. We can see the battlefield now with perfect clarity. So based on everything we just uncovered, here are the 2 critical rules for financial survival, coming straight from the intel in this report. First, remember this number, 2%. That's the rate the ECB is holding steady right now. You can think of it like the master switch that controls the cost of borrowing money for all of Europe.
By not touching it, the ECB is basically hitting the pause button. They're just sitting back and watching the war between the old guard and the new guard play out. And this pause, this is our window. It's our chance to make a move before the whole game changes again. So, getaway rule number 1, blend in with the survivors. The ECB's intel here is crystal clear. Consumers are in survival mode. They're ditching the expensive brands for stuff that just offers good value. They're swapping out fast fashion for things that are actually built to last. And they're being really careful about spending on services, like travel, where prices are still a total minefield. Your mission here? Be absolutely ruthless about value. And getaway rule number 2 is even simpler. Follow the money. I mean, this report is basically screaming it from the rooftops. Investment in the old art stuff, factories, machinery, it's completely dead in the water. But the money flowing into the new guard, it's a tidal wave. Companies are arming themselves with digital tools and AI to get an edge. The real growth, the real action, it isn't in physical stuff anymore. It's in building smarter, faster, more efficient systems. So there you have it. The code is cracked. We know the economy is fighting a war with itself. We know exactly how inflation launched its targeted attack. And we have the inside scoop on how businesses and regular people are adapting to survive. The ECB has laid all their cards on the table. The only question left is, what's your next move?